So, all right, folks, we're live. Welcome to We Are the Keyboard Warriors, presented by RepTheWarriors.com. I'm Eddie Law. That's Fred Kirby. That's Jesse Vakava. Normally we kick off with like, what happened last week and all this shit. We'll get to UFC Philadelphia with plenty of time. Shit has been popping the fuck off with the shit talking left and right, back and forth between Conor McGregor and Khabib Nurmagomedov / Ali Abdelaziz. We're not really sure who's doing the shit talking for Khabib, but we know Ali's been one of those shit talking dudes, so you know, is what it is. All right, so it's been going back and forth. The one that made me like laugh in two ways was the one where Conor says, "Your wife's a towel mate." You seen that shit?
That's the big one, right? I think that's the one that everybody's being more. That's not the most offensive one.
No, the most recent one, which he said like spoiler. Did he say spoiler or something like that? Like, oh, twist. It's a goat underneath or something like that.
That was fucking like, whoa, dog.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah. But that one where you said your wife's a towel mate, to me was kind of like, are you trying to get like more fucked up when Khabib's on top of you? You're like, it's just business. And he's just like, fuck, talking now, bitch. You just want to fuel that shit. Because that's what you're doing, dog. Like, come on, man.
So, but hold on though, y'all. What do you think about it? What do y'all think about that? Do y'all care? Does it matter? Are you offended? Do you like? What's your opinion on the tweet, on him tweeting that? Because let me tell you something. I'll start off.
Mm-hmm.
I don't give a fuck that he called his wife a towel. Is it disrespectful towards his religion? Sure, it is. And if I was a Muslim, might I feel offended? Probably would.
Right.
I happen to be an atheist who has been watching the fight game for a long fucking time. And to me, it seems to be nothing is off fucking limits, including your religion and your fucking wife. We've seen plenty of fighters bring wives into it. It's not right, but it is what it is. And we've seen Conor brought religion into it last time.
Yeah.
You know, and quite frankly, it made for the fucking spectacle that we all love. You know what I hate about MMA fans and a lot of us in this whole community? We be trying to act like we're something that we're not. Seriously, we see shit like this and we're like, oh my God, I'm so appalled. This is gross. This is going to get to a gross place, guys. It's going to get really gross. Everybody's going to become mean to each other. A gun might even get pulled. But then you know what? When some shit jumps off, who the fuck is loving every minute of it? Every one of us. Yeah. And all you fucking journalists, Luke Thomas, the most of y'all. Y'all can't bullshit. I'm sure nobody wants to see anybody get hurt. But at the end of the day, when shit like this jumps off, your numbers go through the roof, and that is directly how y'all get paid. So stop it. There's a point to where everybody is like, fucking A, Conor, stir some shit up. Get this rematch. Let's have a fucking brawl, and let's fucking sell some tickets.
All right. Well, look, at first it was like, oh, here we go, Conor again, trying to fucking just rile up Khabib, get the fucking rematch, right? I was hoping for that cowboy fight, but whatever. And I'm at the point where like, all right, this is just stupid. I'm not like, because I haven't seen Luke Thomas like anything Luke Thomas said about it, but I heard apparently he's kind of like, this needs to stop. It's going too far. Blah yada yada, whatever the fuck. These are grown ass men. Conor McGregor's not stupid. Like he knows Khabib's on some, you know, surrounded by some shady motherfuckers. You know what I mean? If he must have weighed the option, you know, or the consequences right by now, especially after what happened last time. These fuckers just jumped the cage, so he knows what the fuck he's doing. We can argue all day whether it's nice or not, or smart or not. It's just what Conor McGregor does, and he's just trying to get Khabib to agree to that rematch. Why? Because Conor's that guy that wants to run it back, and he's that little guy at the basketball court that's going to keep playing over and over and over again until he wins, right? So I think it's stupid. Like I'm over it. You know what I mean? Like I don't even want to see that rematch because of how bad Conor got beat. But it looks like that's what we're going to get. You know what I mean? And so at this point, the shit talk's just for entertainment. Now, is it going kind of far? I mean, the last one I saw was Khabib said, you're a rapist, and a bunch of this shit calling Conor McGregor a rapist, and, you know, sending out some fucking, like, picture one of his whores, like you know, snapped. You know.
Is anybody fucking mad at this? Like, no. Real talk? Like, fucking A, let's do it. Like, this is what it is all about. This is the fight game.
I am so triggered right now by you guys. Damn, I'm so triggered.
Oh, hey, surprise, surprise, the California guy's triggered.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. Let me take a bite of my avocado and toast sandwich real quick. And
with your fucking vegan honey.
Say what? What they call vegan honey?
Oh yeah, they have vegan honey. They have
Oh.
vegan sandwiches, vegan meat,
everything at this point.
Dude, I hate and I love California at the same time. You guys have legal weed, but you have bullshit on the other side. Like, it evens out.
Listen, you're right. Who cares, right? I think at this point, Conor McGregor has the same appeal to me as a Nate Diaz tweet, where, okay, you talk a lot, but be about it. Let's see you sign a contract. Let's see you get in the octagon, and let's see you do your thing. And at this point, anything he does, it just annoys me because it's like, okay, so you're calling attention to yourself. You're trying to do something, who knows what. All right, well, let's get you in a fight. Oh, you don't want to be a co-main event guy? Well, that's too bad. You've lost what is it? Two out of your last 3 fights, basically.
Can we get the fuck out of here with counting the Mayweather fight? Jesus Christ.
Okay. You're 1-1 in your last 2 fights. Is that better?
Why don't you keep on going back, smart guy? How about he's fucking like 9-1 in his last 10? You fucking pricks always trying to skew the narrative.
I like how you're not counting the the Nate Diaz fight.
Yeah, we got that one back. It was ridiculous.
That doesn't count. No, fuck that. That run back doesn't count. That in the trilogy is when we're gonna count that.
Oh my god.
Hey, he tapped.
You know what I like? It's like we have the Nate Diaz supporter, and we have Conor McGregor, paycheck, cash, and everything on the other side.
That proper 12 paycheck.
Yeah, that proper 12 paycheck. It's got to be pretty good, right?
It tastes nasty. Not nasty.
No. I'm saying that check must be pretty nice for Fred.
Right. Okay, I'm not gonna say real quick. I'm not saying proper 12 is nasty. It's just not real whiskey to me. It was really weak. And I'm not shit talking. I'm just telling you because I got one glass of it.
It's like the Bud Light of whiskey, right?
There you go. But that's the best fucking excuse I've heard so far. Anyway,
but Bud Light sells a lot.
Sure.
It doesn't have to be the best tasting thing, but it sells a lot.
It sells a lot of NASCAR races and shit.
Okay. Here's
the thing, Fred. Real quick. Go ahead. All I care about is a contract being signed and a fight being made. Once a fight is made, all right, do whatever you want to do. Who cares all this build up to nothing? Because it's not building up to anything right now. Because Conor supposedly is retired. You have Khabib, who's not going to come back until the end of the year, basically. We have so many other things that we can be looking forward to, and everybody still wants to talk about this guy who's not even fighting. Number one. Number two, the other guy on the other side, Nate Diaz, who's looking for that trilogy as well, also doing the same tactic. This is just getting tiresome to me. I'm getting tired of this whole, every time someone fights, I'm going to talk smack about him and say I'm going to come back, but not do it.
Man, listen, I'm about to lay it out for y'all, all right? Y'all ready? This is what's happening. Okay, A, Conor's not retiring. If you actually thought he's retiring, you're a fucking jerk off.
Yeah.
B, you're right. Conor don't want no fucking co-main event slot, so Cowboy can keep that shit and give it back to the Indians. He ain't fucking doing it. C, how does Conor get out of fucking co-main eventing? Picks a fight with the champion, which he has a fucking storied past with. And what's going to more than likely end up happening? Khabib's going to take the bait, and that's going to be the sexy fight. And that's the fight that we're going to get. It's the fight that Conor wants, and more than likely, it's the fight that Khabib wants. And quite frankly, might I make a case for all you Conor haters out there that say he don't deserve the fight or that he got smashed in the first one?
Which he did.
Fair enough.
Right.
Why not give him this fight again then, right? Because you can't make excuses twice. What's his thing? We never lose, we just learn.
Right.
Okay. And it worked against Nate Diaz. Barely, but it worked. Let's see you do it again. And then if he comes out and he gets submitted again, I think then everybody can be like, all right, my guy, fuck, you got smashed twice in a row by the same guy. You definitely either got to pick a different thing or go to the, you got to fight the fucking, the Paul Felders of the world. All due respect.
But here's the thing, Fred. Do you really think, even if he loses twice, do you really think someone like Conor is going to take a downgraded opponent, a co-main event slot, or even lower after that?
After the next loss, yes. I think he'll either take the co-main event slot or he will retire. Because his stock is still relatively high. But if it happens again, even the great Conor McGregor is penetrable. He can't keep taking L's. Mike Tyson, Anderson Silva, once you start taking L's, it happens to the most of them. If Floyd got starched out once or twice, all that shit's gone. Like, Conor's very good, so we'll even give him one. But if he comes back and gets smashed again, he will be forced at that point. They already forced in his hand anyways with this. We're going to talk about it with the whole the pay-per-view model change and everything. They're forcing his hand. So he if he loses again, like, if I'm the UFC, I make the Khabib fight with Conor.
For sure.
Because it's like, either A, you win and you come back and you're our golden boy, or we smash you again and we got you by the ball. What the fuck you going to do? Go to ONE FC or Bellator? Fucking go.
Or actually retire.
Twice. Or better yet, more than likely retire and sell whiskey. I think he's nowhere near retiring right now.
Yeah.
But if he comes back and takes another major L, he'll either have to, at that point, we'll have a different conversation.
But, okay, well, segue into that whole new deal with the UFC. That's taking away not only a lot of leverage from moneymakers like Conor McGregor, like John Jones, like DC, like Brock Lesnar.
Oh, like a motherfucker.
Even including a Ronda Rousey, even though she's not in the picture anymore, even though a lot of people like to put her in the picture. But think about it this way, though, Fred. Tell me this. Do you think that now that the dynamic has changed for the moneymakers, the star power, so how do you think someone like a Conor McGregor, a John Jones, a DC, or even a Brock Lesnar, how do you propose that they take that power back to still be able to change their, or at least influence the company to make them do the things that they want them to do?
I mean, okay, hey, Mr. Jeremiah from the Hardcore MMA Show, can you hear us?
What up? I'm good. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Am I too loud?
That's good because I can't hear him. So y'all gonna
no, yeah, exactly. I can't hear shit, so I like it loud.
Yeah, we can't hear you, bro.
Good. All right, good.
All right. We're about to start discussing this whole new pay-per-view deal that the UFC has with ESPN and what it means to the fighters and what they can do to try to get some leverage back, I think is what Jesse just asked. I'm thinking not a whole lot. If they do the union, then they'll have leverage. But on their own, look, man, the UFC just signed the deal. You got to buy your fucking pay-per-views exclusively through ESPN Plus. They're putting the squeeze to us, Jack, us and the fighters. What you gonna do about? Well, I mean, Conor can only be so famous. He ain't gonna change this deal. We're locked in with ESPN at this point. None of them are gonna change that. You know what I'm saying? But I do have an interesting opinion on the whole deal overall. But go ahead and let you fuckers talk a little bit before I rant.
All right. Real quick, let me just catch you on the YouTube comments. While actually, real quick, Jeremiah, you see something? See if we can hear you.
What was it? You
Jeremiah, cut out. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you good now.
Okay, we can't hear you for anything, so work on that. See if you can get your audio going.
I can hear him.
You can hear him?
Yeah, I can hear him too, Eddie. You just suck.
Fucking hell! All right, I'm gonna have to pop off in a minute and then pop back on just to get him on there. All right, but real quick, let me just catch up on YouTube comments here before we move on. This is a shitload. Dave Mann, what's up, dude? UC's on the line here. MMA guys, what up? Rada, Museman's here. And let me see what I got here. Museman says, guys, if PETA gets her pussies hurt over animal metaphors, people will be offended by that Conor tweet. Habib is friends with anti-gay dictators. Just saying. Yeah, good point. And then I guess his last, UC says that Conor's last tweet was see you in the octagon or something. Whatever that means. And then I wish I could do Bill Burr voice because Raider jumps on and she says hi to everybody, and Museman goes in Bill Burr voice. It's fucking Raider. I can't do it. I wish I could. And all right, so back to the fucking thing. Jesse, go ahead and take it off. I'm gonna go ahead and pop off and see if I can get Jeremiah's audio to work on mine.
No, Jeremiah, go ahead and give us what you think the fighters themselves can do besides just unionizing, because obviously that would be a great way for them to get back that power. But what other way do you think the stars of the UFC can actually influence the UFC to still give them pay-per-view points, or just, take back that power from them from this whole ESPN deal?
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Well, so what are you saying now? Since the ESPN deal's coming along, what can the fighters do to get better pay, or to?
Well, because
talk about here.
Yeah, because think about it. Like the reason this whole UFC ESPN deal is kind of a big deal is because now Conor McGregor can't dictate the UFC to kind of bend to his will. You know, if they don't want to make him the main event and he's trying to fight it, they can just force him or just put him to the side because now they're going to get paid as if they got 500,000 views even on the worst card, you know, pay-per-view wise. So it doesn't really matter basically to them, you know, who's on the front, who's at the top. It just matters that they're just going to get paid.
But I really don't know if Conor's actually locked in to actually compete. Do you guys really think he's coming back? Or is all of this calling out fighters and his little Twitter battles, is that to just get everybody's mind off of the legal trouble he's in? Do you actually think he's coming back as soon as he's saying and everybody's thinking? Because it could be more serious trouble than he's leading on and what we think. Because I don't think the ESPN was so quick to get him back in the game. This is Conor talking here. This is not nothing set in stone. You know what I'm saying? So do y'all feel that this is actually real? He's coming back in 2019?
No.
Hell yeah.
He is?
I think he is. I think he's absolutely. What the fuck else is he going to do? Let me tell you something, Jack. I don't think Proper 12 is selling the way everybody makes it seem like it is. It ain't taking over Jameson no matter how many tweets he puts out. Jameson's a fucking 300-year-old fucking, you know, whatever the fuck. Like, he's cute, but he ain't making money like that. He eventually is going to have to fight again, for sure. I would imagine it would be later this year when Habib's ready. And what we're getting right now is our pussies wet for the inevitable rematch, is what I think's going to happen.
Well, what about this, Fred? Do you think that he's taking a page out of like Floyd Mayweather of just kind of keeping his name out there and not really performing anything until something is so lucrative for him that he just, you know, well, obviously I'm going to take a $5 million check to, you know, beat up on some bum or get beat up or whatever. But do you think that's kind of what he's doing now?
Well, listen, I just said it. They were going to try to do the Cowboy fight. He probably wasn't filling those numbers. He didn't want the co-main event slot. So what'd he do? He went and picked the fight with the champion that he already has a crazy history with. And how do you do that? Start throwing out some crazy tweets. Oh, they hate it when he insults his religion. Boom, here's a crazy insult. Like, what the fuck are we talking about the opening show now? Your wife looks like a fucking towel. It's going to be on memes for, you know what I mean? Like, he pretty much just got that fight with that fucking tweet, guys. Like, if Habib wants to play ball and the UFC's like, fuck it, he just got that fight again with that tweet.
Oh, it's on now. You know what they're comparing this to? Biggie and Tupac.
Oh, no. Get the fuck out of here.
For real. I've heard it at least 5 times today. Talking about somebody's going to get killed. It's on a whole nother level now. Fred hit the nail on the head. All Connor's got to do is make one fucking tweet. Boom. Now he don't have to worry about taking the co-main event spot. If he's fighting Khabib, it is what it is.
Motherfucker. God damn it. Tupac. Why does everyone go with this Tupac and Biggie shit? It's not that serious, motherfucker. God damn it.
Let me ask you guys this, though. Do you think that it's possible that Khabib could be the type of guy to hold out and just say no to this fight, no matter how much money they throw at him? And he just kind of screws Conor out of that. No matter what Conor does, Khabib could be the guy that just goes, no, I'm just not going to fight him. I already beat him. Don't need to.
No.
It's not up to the fighters.
I really just don't think he will eventually. I mean, eventually Habib needs to get paid too. I know Habib has a lot more honor than Conor, all due respect, but like at a certain point, come on, man. That's the fight. Like, okay, here was my thing with the Conor fight, right?
Right.
When all that shit dropped about Tony Ferguson losing his fucking mind and calling his old lady a witch and shit like that, and I'm not trying to make fun of it, but like that was some serious shit. If he's out for a while or whatever, what fight is sexier for Habib?
Yeah.
I mean, Tony's right there, but beyond Tony,
nobody.
Connor's a pretty easy sell at that point for the rematch, you know? Like, I know he got dogged in the first one, but what the fuck?
The winner of Poirier versus Holloway?
If it's Holloway.
Well, if it's Holloway. If it's Poirier, I'm kind of like, I'm a Poirier fan. I love Poirier.
Oh, I do too, but like, that's not sexy.
No, right, exactly. Holloway was Habib is nice. That's a good fight. That's like a sexy fight, right? I'm with you. If Tony wasn't having to handle his personal business right now, that'd be the fight. I know Nate's trying to get it by saying I slapped both y'all and everything. That's not going to work right now, not with Dana. And so I'm with you, dude. I'm with you. Like, I wish there was another fight to make. I'll say I'll say it like that. I wish there was another fight to make. What is there?
Can I say too that the Diaz brothers are like an ex with great fucking pussy? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like these cocksuckers. I hate them and I love them. Like I love the Diaz brothers, but Nate, can you please stop fucking talking until you take a fight? You and your fucking brother, Nick. What the fuck are you doing? Still spending that George St. Pierre money? Can you pricks fight? You're two of the best fighters of our generation. I get it. You're shrewd businessmen. You're not as stupid as you look. Take a fight. Y'all are reaching Fedor level at this fucking point.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
Let's just to clear it up. Nate was slated to fight Poirier whatever, I forgot which one it was. The one in New York, and Poirier pulled out. And they, Nate should have taken another fight by now. But still, I'm just pointing it out.
That's a fair point, but right, Nate should have got back on the horse. He he offered one and was like, no, that's it. Like I'm done now. Fuck it.
Where's the little sound effect that says cha-ching? Where Eddie's cashing that represent money right there for.
Hey, look, man, I'm just a loyal fan.
Real quick though, a little segue. I want to hear what you guys think. Are you guys happy that Dana White re-upped his contract for the next 7 years?
I mean, what am I going to say? We dogged Gaethje until he was gone, and now we all want the goofy fucker back. Imagine if Dana was gone from the UFC. You never seen his face no fucking more. It would suck. You got to admit it.
I'll say this much. I think when Dana White leaves, it's going to be like Joe Silva. Like, it would be no warning. He'll just be like, all right, I'm done. They'll be like, oh, but who are we going to replace you? I don't care. I'm done. That's really what Joe Silva did.
Especially since we're new into this ESPN deal, we need Dana. Who else is going to be on the mic promoting this shit on the big screen, the big stage?
Hey, bro, it's all good. Hey, it's all good. ESPN Stephen fucking A. Smith to fucking promote that. God damn, I hate that when that dude talks about MMA. Whenever he talks about MMA, he's just like dude, this is NBA. We're not talking about LeBron here. Like, what are you doing?
He's now the highest paid ESPN personality, right?
He's the top paid ESPN guy.
Hey, let me be very clear. Just like he says, let me be very clear. Like, I am not hating on his hustle. He just annoys the fuck out of me. Hey, get paid, Stephen A. Smith. Get fucking paid, man. This is a game. You're playing it right. But fuck your opinions. They suck.
I know we don't want to spend all of the time on this Conor shit, but I got a lot to say about this, and I come in like, all right. It's already April. When is Khabib coming back? October? When is it? His suspension's up?
September, October.
It's after that, but I think he won't be back until after that because of the whole Ramadan thing.
Right. So at the least November. Not taking into the fact that this is young in Conor's charges here. We still don't know what the fuck's going to go on here with this. You know what I'm saying? We could be just talking out of our asses talking about this fight way too soon to be talking about it, in my opinion. I don't think it's going to happen in 2019. A lot of shit's got to happen.
Yeah, real quick, Jeremiah. You're talking about the shit going on in Ireland, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Is that going to affect him over here in any way from getting this fight or get the fight done before all of that shit?
So let's clear that up real quick. So for months, the rumor was an Irish sports star has been investigated for alleged sexual assault and all that stuff, right? His name popped off because some source in Ireland told somebody at the New York Times saying that it was Conor McGregor, and everyone ran with it, right? So in Ireland, the law is your name is if you're charged, if they're going after you for something, your name is not released until you're convicted. I'm pretty sure. So if he's convicted of that, then we'll know before, but still we'll get a confirmation, right? So, but you're right. If that is actually him, and they're actually going after him, if they actually go after him for that, it's going to be an issue.
Quick question. So we have first world countries, which we live in. Right. And then there's third world countries, which are fucked.
Yep.
Is there such thing as a second world country? Like an in-betweener? Does that even exist?
I am Googling.
I mean, if so, it would be Ireland.
That's what I'm getting at. Okay? My fucking point is, here in America, if you got enough bread, you can rape a couple broads and probably get away with it. Don't go getting offended, libtards. I'm just fucking stating the facts. OJ flat cut couple people's heads off and got away with it. You got enough
wrote a book
money.
about it.
It still got. If you got enough money, you can do some shit. I would imagine in Ireland, Conor has enough money and power that even if this is true, he'll beat this and it'll go away.
But
I'm not trying to be like rude or, you know what I mean, insensitive to the victim. I just think that if it's true, Conor has enough money to eat this case. I don't see him going to prison. I don't see the UFC, you know, kicking him out. I don't see this. It could cause a problem, but I don't think it's going to be a major one. Worst come to worst, it'll cost Conor a lot of money. And then guess what? He'll definitely need that fucking fight.
But even in your example, Fred, even in your example, his reputation was tarnished, and he can't really do much of anything, right, to earn a living. I mean,
who?
OJ. I mean, after that whole thing,
I didn't cut nobody's fucking head off either. That was a pretty extreme example.
No. I'm saying, like, okay, let's take an example of someone that was kind of in a similar issue and had a lot of problems, like a Tiger Woods, right? He lost a lot of money, lost a lot of sponsorship, and it's not the same, right? People don't talk about him the same. And when he's starting to do good, everyone's like, oh, maybe the old Tiger Woods is back, but it's still not the same, like, aura around the guy. And I think that could hurt Conor McGregor in his brand and in his branding. Listen,
that's golf, Jack. We're the same sport that just let in Greg Hardy, and the only shitbird fucking avoided him is you. Welcome Conor back with fucking open arms, Jack. You really don't. Everybody say fucking, unless a video comes out with him fucking raping, unless something crazy happens, then it's just undeniable. You know what I mean? Like something like that might change the game, but
Fred's starting to sound
this is America. He'll gain more fans. This is America. He's been choked out twice and knocked out, and they still fucking love him. It ain't. I mean, he'll be even more popular if he's guilty. He'll be a fucking folklore. They'll write songs about it.
Hey, he's not wrong. He fucking might be more popular. Fuck.
Easy, Jeremiah. I don't think he's been knocked out, has he? Let's not start spreading falsehoods.
No, he's been knocked out yet. He almost got it.
Well, TKO'd. He would have been knocked out. I'm talking boxing. Yeah,
Well, you can tell a motherfucker that don't like Conor, boy. They pull up that that shit on his real record. Punches landed, most of it.
It goes along with what I was saying. He's been choked out twice and TKO'd, and they still love him.
Real quick,
I gotta add that in there.
Real quick, you see, educating us is Ramadan finishes start of June, so
June.
He'll be available whenever he's eligible. He'll be available.
Yep.
All right, real quick on the YouTube comments. Museman says Conor doesn't have a choice. His proper 12 pine saw sucks. No one's gonna box him outside the UFC. He has to go rogue on Twitter to get a main event, even to get paid. Yeah, I mean that's what he's doing right now. I mean to get paid the way he wants to get paid.
Right. In a nutshell, yeah.
The way he wants to get paid, he's got to talk shit. Let's see. LOL. Oh my god, you have to give Eddie saying I'm just a loyal fan. What? I don't know how I did it. So y'all just, if you actually make that, send that shit to me because I want to see what I did. And then I actually Googled it. Ireland is officially a third world country, and there's actually reasons for that. But I'm not going to third world country.
Okay, the Conor's golden.
Yeah,
Conor's golden, Jack. Third world countries. Shit do not work the same. That means he can definitely buy his way out of that shit.
Raider says video will come out of Conor pissing in the whiskey barrels. Damn. They would explain a lot of the taste. I'll say that much.
Sales will go up.
Yeah, right. Just because it's his piss, like I got a bottle of his piss. All right. So, bottom line, we're basically kind of all in agreement that we're gonna probably get that McGregor Habib rematch, right?
Jeremiah has his doubts.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Pending possible charges in Ireland, which
if he's good on that, that'll be the fight.
Well, regardless, I think whether this year or next year, it doesn't matter. I think eventually we're going to get that fight. That's the fight to make, at some point. Right?
All right, but let's not to do your job for you, Eddie.
No, go ahead.
Let's move along to this this ESPN pay-per-view deal because I think I might have a bit of a hot take on this.
Okay.
I'll let you guys go first, just for curiosity's sakes. A lot of the fight, like Jesus was alluding to it earlier, just kind of saying that, the fighters are going to kind of get fucked the UFC gets a guarantee. What is it? 500,000 basically. They get paid like they're automatically getting 500,000 pay-per-views every time, no matter what.
That's what I've read too.
Okay, that's the rumor. So obviously that means that they don't really have to care about the strength of the cards as much. Now, obviously, they're still going to want to. They still want to sell more than 500,000 pay-per-views. Like they're not going to just want trash cards. But it gives the fighters a lot less negotiation and wiggle room to push their weight around. Now, how do you guys feel about that? Do you guys feel like the UFC is just kind of fucking flexing their muscle and this is just another fucking step towards corporate power? And do you feel bad for the fighters?
No.
What do you feel bad for the fighters?
Look, I'll say real quickly, no, because the opportunity for them to unionize or to at least get a it's
always been there,
yeah, it's been there. And if this, yet again, if this doesn't cause them to rally together and get something together, then it's their own fault. There's nothing else that fans, media, other fighters from other organizations, there's nothing anybody else can tell the fighters than you're screwing yourself. You could be getting paid, unionize, do something. Nothing? All right. Well, then it's your own fault.
Fair enough. So your idea would be to tell them to unionize and do something about it.
It's the only hope. I mean, the Reebok deal shows you that the UFC brass, they're going to do what the fuck they want to do. I mean, the fighters is fucked, especially this new deal. I mean, it is what it is. If they ain't done got it done by now, when all the talks of the union was coming in, when you had all these fighters that was going to fund the shit, it ain't going nowhere, man.
So, all right. So I know
maybe in 5 years.
Yeah, I know Brendan Schaub is like Jesse's favorite media person out right now. Like he's like his boy, right? So,
oh my God.
Yeah. So, but he made some points that I thought were pretty solid. So this is what he said on his Below the Belt podcast.
Wait. Hold on, Eddie, real quick. Okay. I may dislike dumbass over there, but I have to give him props for this.
Yeah,
he was one of the only people that stuck to his word and helped Ray Borg pay for some of his son's medical bills, help support him. So above all, like all the stupid stuff he says, him being a stand-up guy, there's nothing I can say about that. He's a stand-up guy and he did what he said he was gonna do for Ray Borg. So all my praises to that guy for that.
Good man.
Okay, and Eddie, hold on. Let me cut you off.
Go ahead. Let
me fucking say what I want to say because I have not seen this podcast, but I want this prick stealing my thunder just in case. I want to fucking get my point across before he fucking fucks around and says the same thing. Now, he might not, but here's my opinion on that whole deal. You know what? For all of me, I fucking like it. I'm getting sick and tired of these goddamn prima donna fighters wanting to shoot their mouth off and not take fights. I kind of like when it was ran like a dictatorship. You know what's a fucking very effective form of fucking I don't know what the fuck you would call it. Goddamn structured unit. The fucking military. And do you know why? Because motherfuckers have to listen to their superiors. They don't just get to fuck off and do what they want. But you know what's very effective? The goddamn Marines. Because they have to fucking listen. When DW has authority, we as the fans will more than likely win most of the time. Now they're fucking, the matchmakers need to get their shit together a little bit. But you'll have less of these fighters just fucking going AWOL. It's kind of fucked up, but I feel like as the fans, this could be a good thing for us. We might be able to get the fights we want to see. Conor McGregor is going to fucking have to fold and fight now. He can't. Same thing with Nate Diaz. Like, this is going to cause a lot of people to they're going to have to do it unless they unionize.
Right.
So I'm all fucking for it. Fuck the fighters. God damn it.
Okay. Well, and again, let me get to Brandon said real quick. So this is what he said on his Below the Belt podcast. It's actually transcribed on BladyElbow.com. Says the power has left the fighters, all the fighters, because now that they have this guaranteed nut, they're covered. They're balling. There's no more pay-per-view stars. The pay-per-view star model is over. It was a business model that was predicated on a huge pay-per-view stars. Lesnar, Rousey, obviously Conor McGregor, Anderson Silva. These guys, these bigger-than-life names, and they put all the resources into them, and they had the marketing machine behind them. You're never going to see that anymore. That's over with. So if you didn't think your fighter got huge kind of push before, it's going to get way worse. They don't have to. They're set. They're in cruise control in America. They just went into cruise control. Cool. We don't have to bank on stars. Now you're still going to get good fights, and like he says. Let Let me read his quote, actually. You're just going to get fights now. Good fights, great fights. That's all you're going to get. So if you're sick of the entertainment era, it's officially over. That ESPN deal to me went, oh, it was fun. And like all this shit talking and shit and stuff like that, it was fun. It's over. The entertainment era is officially over. So basically what he's saying is we're going to get really good fights, but that shit talk stuff, that doesn't really matter how much pay-per-views they sell. That's what his point is.
Okay.
Wait, Fred. Let me just counter that in the sense that the WWE did basically the same thing, banked on themselves, did everything and got themselves a network. Okay. And they basically still have to make stars because people still want to go to the events. They still want to go to the big events like a WrestleMania or whatever, right? Like the big stuff. And there's still stars that have to sell their, merchandise, everything that the WWE is still predicated on having somebody that they put out there that the fans are either for or against, and they have an emotion, right? And they want to see what they do. They want to see what they do next, what happens next, follow their story. The UFC still has to do that. So I understand how, maybe not as many stars are going to be there. You're not going to have like, the era of like a Brock Lesnar, Ronda Rousey, John Jones, GSP, all these guys at the same time, but you're still going to have stars. The other thing is that I think what we're also going to get to see, though, is what ESPN is doing. I don't know if you guys have the app on your phone or anything, but what ESPN is doing is really interesting. They're taking people one at a time from events and doing a profile on them. And these are really, really well-written stories about them, getting people to understand who this person is, why they should care about this person. And the more we see stuff like this, the more ESPN is investing in these fighters. And we're going to see this more and more and more and more. Like we talked about before, right? We would have loved for them to UFC to sign with HBO so they could do like those big 30 for 30s or like those big, like, op-ed pieces where it was like follow the fighter, their story, all this stuff. ESPN is doing it within the app, and they send me this notification when these stories drop right before the event. So then I get to know this person, right? I get to know this person, makes me want to say, hey, you know what? I do want to see this event. I want to see this person because, now I'm invested. This is what we're going to see, and this is great because we're still going to get these stars, not big stars. And like Fred's saying, you're definitely not going to get stars that are, swinging their dick around and, telling the UFC what to do, but you're going to get stars that people care about and actually want to invest in them, and it brings up the rest of the company as well.
Whoa. What in the fuck is going on? I should have just let you talk first, Eddie, because no, we did not have the same thing to say. Nah. He's a fucking moron. Listen, this gives the UFC a base level. Dude, don't get it twisted. How many pay-per-views did Conor's last fight sell?
Over 1 million, didn't it?
Yeah. I thought it did close to 2, right? 1.7 or some shit like that. The fight with Habib. Okay.
So. I'll find out.
So we can still make money past 500,000, right? We ain't capped off there, right? Like the UFC can still sell more pay-per-views and make money on them. You feel me? Like 50,000 is the base level.
Oh yeah,
but if
especially
we sell
championship fights,
well, if we sell 1 mil too, we still get that money, right?
Yeah.
It's not like the UFC has no vested interest in selling more than 500,000 pay-per-views. The idea that they would just let all that go by the wayside is fucking stupid.
Well, Fred, you have to understand the way the math works out is because of how the payout is structured. When you break it down per event that's going to happen per year, that's how the math broke down. Like they're getting paid this amount that equals out to about 500,000 views on pay-per-view per event. Now that doesn't mean that they're automatically getting paid for 500,000 each event. That's just what it would break down if that's what they were selling, at the end of the year. That's like what they would get at like in revenue basically.
So they can't wait, but hold on, slow down. So they can't make so they have a cap on how many they can sell, period? Like they
no. What I'm saying is like it's like if I'm telling you, hey Fred, for your time this week, I'm gonna already pay you for 8 hours and you're gonna work your regular week. I'm already paying you for the 8 hours. That's what you're gonna get paid from me. All right. You're still gonna make your regular pay what you're gonna make during the week. but I'm just adding on top of it, like, because I'm paying you for this deal.
So this is just a bonus, the 500,000.
Exactly. And that's why they also lowering the cost of the pay-per-view by $5 because, you know, oh my God, we're saving $5. But it's also that the ESPN can now do deals where they, you know, they charge you for, you know, a year of ESPN plus a pay-per-view for like $80, you know, which, you know, if you do the math, you're like, wait, so I'm getting like a pay-per-view for $65 and then I'm still getting like really discounted on ESPN Plus or vice versa, you know? So what this does for the UFC is that offers them the opportunity to actually do a little bit more with their pay-per-views. Like, say, for example, they come to you, Fred, in your email and say, hey, Fred, how about you give us $200 and something and you get the next 3 pay-per-views and we'll throw in an extra one for free. You know, you pay ahead, bam, you've already got these pay-per-views. You're locked up for that amount. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what supposedly we're going to get more and more of out of ESPN.
I'm fucking stoned and confused. Hey,
Me too. I'm just letting you guys talk it out.
Will they make more money if Conor sells 2 million pay-per-views?
Yes, of course.
Okay, then that's all that matters. Then yes, they still have a vested interest in keeping their stars popular because they want to sell that they'll get at least the 500,000, sure, but they want to sell more. We would also like to sell 1 million every pay-per-view, right? Like, so they still like they're not just going to give it up.
The 500,000 buys cap number. It basically is just like a cushion. Like, no matter what, we're making this money. We're good.
But that doesn't mean you're just going to throw away your fucking business. They're like, fuck it. We're not even going to care about promotion or promoting fighters or nothing. Like, come on.
They're still going to want to make as much as they fucking can. For sure. For sure.
And you see, and this is how misinformation goes out because you have a dumbass like a Brendan Schaub who doesn't understand math and, you know, thinks he's a good businessman, but he doesn't understand how this works. Like Fred is saying, that cushion is just there. That's just like, you know, gravy on top of what they're going to make. So now if they only, you know, a Mighty Mouse event, right? Which was what, like a 200,000 views or whatever?
Maybe
500 at least.
Right. Now think about that. Now it's 200,000 plus the whatever, you know, 500,000 would come out to in that amount. So now they're actually, you know, as if they sold 700 and something thousand pay-per-views. So to them on the books, it's going to look great at the end of the year because they've already got this big cushion on each event, you know?
They just put the UFC on a small salary.
Exactly. And so like
plus the bonuses or whatever they get, sell their self. They're at least getting that minimum salary of the 500,000, right?
And the other thing is too, now also the UFC doesn't have to pay so much to you know, DirecTV or Cox or Time Warner, all that stuff for having the pay-per-view. Now it's all into the ESPN deal. So now ESPN can do whatever they want with those pay-per-views here in the US, not internationally, by the way. It's only the US.
That's the other point. It's just the US. So you know your trick about using UFC Fight Pass. There you go. I'll explain it.
No longer works, Eddie.
My trick, huh?
Your trick no longer works.
We'll find out for 236. Actually, I'll be out of town for that. I'm not even gonna get to watch it live. We'll find out on Sunday afterwards because I'm gonna watch it. So I'll let you guys know if my trick still works. If it doesn't, I might not be live tweeting any more of those because I'm not paying fucking that much fucking money. I'll if I find a stream, I'll watch it. Whatever. Anyway, real quick, UFC 229 hits 2.4 million pay-per-view buys. So shattered the fuck out of the record. It didn't touch Maymac, which was like 3 million, 3.5 million.
Right. So that's still a big fucking deal.
For sure.
Fuck their baseline. They're still going to be putting a lot of promotion behind him and anything.
Oh yeah.
The John Jones and the like.
Right. Yeah. All right. Anything else? We will move on to Justin Gaethje being a bad motherfucker.
That sounds about
just
right.
one more thing on the ESPN deal. Since we were saying earlier how they're going to make the fighters actually fight, do you think they're going to take advantage of this ESPN deal and make these exciting fights? The fights that we want to see instead of the fighters holding out for the big fucking money fight bullshit.
I think that's the plan. Yeah. I think now the problem is matchmakers. Like, I'm not trying to fucking come down on what is it, Sean Shelby and whoever the other cat's name is. I think it's a really hard job, man. I think Joe Silva was just a fucking animal at it. He spoiled us. But yeah, I think they want to. I think will they be able to? That's a different question. I mean, they've made a lot of really weird matchups, and I guess we never know what goes on behind the scenes. You know, maybe I heard they were trying to do Max Holloway, Tony Ferguson. That would have been a lot sexier. So we get Dustin fucking Poirier because Tony Ferguson's having a mental meltdown. So it is what it is, I suppose. I do feel like we've had some weird fucking matchups lately. Yep. Even Wonder Boy Anthony Pettis. I mean, keeping it a buck. What was the point in that? Now you got a guy at 170 that got starched by a 55er. What do we do with Wonder Boy now? Because we're inevitably going to throw him in the trash. And I know you hear all the real MMA fans going, well, don't do that, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, but, you know, all the mainstreamers just seen him get starched by a little guy. And that's all they're going to remember from him now. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was a weird fight to make.
And one thing about that, I seen it live, and I heard Wonder Boy's head bounce off the canvas. I literally heard it bounce off the canvas. That shit was crazy, man.
Bad. It was.
Yeah, I didn't even see that shit live and watch the replay of it, like literally seconds after it happened. And god damn, I thought he kicked off the cage. He fucking did. That was just a regular Superman punch.
No, yep. He kind of bounced off. You know how they normally bounce off. He didn't kick off. He just bounced off.
He bounced back.
If he wouldn't have done that, I had already seen the pace of the fight. I picked Pettis to win, but he was on his way to losing that fight. He was tearing one of the boys' legs up, but he was on the way to lose that fight.
Was this a Tito Ortiz moment where he was winning up until he lost the fight?
Pretty much. Pretty much.
God,
it was awesome.
Yeah, throwback.
Fuck Tito. Let's move on to the Gaethje. Let's talk about it. The damn Terminator.
Right. So Justin Gaethje knocking out fucking Edson Barbosa as Barbosa's going backwards and catching him with a hook was some nasty shit. That fight was fucking violent as fuck. First of all, man. It was violent. Fucking even Rogan was like calling Gaethje the most violent man on the planet, whatever it was. That's pretty goddamn accurate. That was a bad fucking fight. So sick.
He's fucking mean, man.
All right, Jeremiah, what do you think about Justin Gaethje? What do you do next? He was on the post fight show with Bryant and fucking with Karen Bryant and Woodley and Paul Felder, and Karen Bryant throwing out Paul Felder. It's like, hey,
so awkward. That was so awkward. Yeah, but I hate when people use the term 2.0. But I like this new version of Justin. He still gets hit. That's just his style. You know, we all seen the warm up, the lead up to the fight. We all thought he was going to wrestle. No, he's not wrestling. He likes to put on these exciting fights. But I like the head movement. I like him taking his time picking out the shots. And I kind of agree. You know Khabib's game. You know what he's going to do. But that would be a fucking very fun fight. And it would be a hard fight. Because Justin's not the type to get caught up in the moment, I don't think, and get scared. Not scared of another man, but you know what I'm saying. I think he can keep the same style, straightforward. It would be a good fight.
There you go. Fred?
You know who I would actually like to see Justin Gaethje fight? I was thinking about this the other day, probably just because the fights were recent and just happened too. Pettis.
That's what I was saying. Yeah, Pettis.
I don't want to see Anthony at 170. I think he knows he don't want no smoke with them big boys. Like Ben Askren's at 70. That's like big brother. He he'll tell you himself. Like I don't want. Like if Ben gets a hold of me, it's curtains. Yep. And if Ben can do that, that means punk ass Colby can do it. That means fucking Usman can do it. Right now, 170 is littered with guys that are just nightmare matchups for Anthony Pettis. He got a really ideal matchup.
Yep. From maybe 8 up. I mean, it's not but
you could even throw Damian Maia in that list of guys that are just matchup for Anthony Pettis, man. So
Pettis ain't trying to see Maia.
But he knocked out, what is it, the number 3 or 4 guy at 170. So he's got a bunch of fucking bargaining chips on his side of the table right now. If I'm him, I fucking roll that right into a big fight at 55. Me and Gaethje. Winner fights Khabib, baby. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's showtime.
Hey, I'm down for that, man. I'm down for that. Fuck Conor. Fuck all of this bullshit. I'm ready to see some new fights. And if he decides to stay at 170 for his next fight, him and Masvidal. It makes sense. That'll be his not easiest fight, but that'll be his best fight at 170 that he actually has a chance of winning.
But see, I think they talking about doing Askren Masvidal now, I think.
Yeah. That's locked right there. That's locked down.
Hold on. Quick rant about this shit. I was thinking about that Masvidal Askren fight. it's a weird fight, right? It'll be a good fight now that we see Masvidal do that to Till, but let's all just keep it a buck. The fight we all wanted was Till versus Askren because Askren was talking so much shit. Like, I'm going to tell y'all, this reminds me of way back in the day, and we all should have just learned our fucking lesson way back when a man named Mirko Cro Cop made his fucking descent upon the UFC. Mm-hmm. The champion at the time was Randy Couture. And that was the fight that everybody really wanted to see. And we gave Cro Cop Gabriel Gonzaga, a little unknown Brazilian that we all assumed Cro Cop was going to just flash up a little bit. And it blew right the fuck up in our face. And we never got that Couture Cro Cop fight. My fucking long point with this is, if a fight is fucking sexy, make it. Fuck building these cocksuckers up. Do it right there, because now we get Masvidal Askren. And yeah, it's a good fight. Masvidal's coming off the big knockout. But even Askren Lawler was weird. Book fucking Askren Till immediately. That fight had smoke on it and now there's no smoke there. There's no good fight. Like, book these fucking sexy, smoky fights right then. Like, don't wait on it, because we end up getting screwed out of a lot of good fights like that.
This Askren Masvidal fight, I got the same feeling as I had with the Robbie fight. You know what I'm saying? Who wants to see that fucking fight? It's not going to look much different. It might even be faster than the Robbie fight, truthfully.
Oh man,
but, I mean, Masvidal he does or did have Kobe kicking his ass about every fucking day, so he might stall him out for a little bit anyway.
Yeah, I don't mind. Like, I like Masvidal a lot, and I don't mind Askren whatsoever. I'd still probably pick Masvidal just because I just like Masvidal. Yeah, but yeah, it'll be the same type of fight. It just depends on whether or not fucking Masvidal can finish that fight. If let's say it goes the way the Robbie fight went, I think Masvidal could have finished him. But
right, look, this is what I mean about making fights, the matchmaking being fucked right now. Right, like, super fucked. Listen, we were just talking about it. Gaethje Barboza. That fight got my dick hard. And do you know why? Because it was good matchmaking. Both of them came there. They were kicking each other in the legs. And let me tell you something. I'm not one of these pricks that hates wrestling. You know another fight that gets my fucking dick hard? Ben Askren versus GSP.
That'd be legit as fuck.
Put those two boring like, that is interesting. Because George is not going to out wrestle fucking Ben. Can be like, that's interesting. And it's two wrestlers. But like, that's what it's about, man. These matchups being compelling and interesting. It's again, I wasn't on last week, so let me fucking shit all over Thiago Santos, fucking John Jones. I fucking hate that fucking fight, John Jones. And you got some kind of balls on you, John. You're gonna fucking tempt us with the Stipe fight, and then announce the fight with fucking Santos, the dude that got fucking knocked out by David Branch. What the fuck?
Hey, Fred, I could just imagine like you seeing that first message of him wanting to fight Stipe, he getting all hyped up, and then like, what was it, like an hour later?
Yeah.
He exactly what it was.
On that. Hey, here's an interesting as far as Justin Gaethje. Museman says give Gaethje the winner of Cowboy Iaquinta. What do you think about that? I'm not mad at that at all.
Yeah, that's fine. And 55 is deep right now, so that's I'm on board with that too.
Those are two violent fucking fights. Either one, really. I mean, Iaquinta's for some reason can take a ton of punishment and dish out enough to stay in a fight, and Cowboy is fucking Cowboy. So
yeah, for sure.
I like both those fights. That's a good call right there. And that Cowboy Iaquinta fight's actually when they first announced it, I was kind of like, what? And then I was like, all right, yeah, that'd be a good one. That'd be a fun fight.
Quick question, and I don't want to. We gotta hurry up. We be getting sidetracked and shit. So just like a quick yes or no here. Would we be down to see like a lightweight tournament type deal, like a Bellator deal? Because god damn, there's a lot of fucking names.
There's enough guys to do it. There's enough guys to do it. I'll tell you that.
Oh god, yeah, there is. I mean, fuck, I kind of forgot about Iaquinta and Donald Cerrone. Then you got Pettis could come back to fucking 55 and Justin Gaethje. There would be fucking 6-8 guys.
Lightweight or 170, or if they ever did the 165, that would be a way to bring it in.
Oh shit!
Because you would have all the 155ers and the 70ers. Ooh, boy, that would be tight. Yes, sir.
What about this, guys? Do you remember a few years ago when the UFC had a whole pay-per-view event where it was just all heavyweights, the main card?
Yeah.
What if you did a whole card of just lightweights, just like that? Just whoever performs the best or has the best performance out of the night, bam, you just give them an opportunity.
Well, I mean, that would be great, but obviously you got to make sure motherfuckers ain't hurt and shit. But if you could swing it, that would be fucking awesome.
Wasn't that all heavyweight pay-per-view? Wasn't that kind of a dud?
Nah, it was awesome, dude. It was all knockouts. I was there live for that one.
I can't remember the one that I thought was like it was a dud.
What was the main? What was the main for that card?
I think it was Frank Mir against Junior Dos Santos. And I think on the undercard was Kane against Bigfoot, and then you had who else? Travis Brown was on there against somebody, and you had
I'm gonna look that up.
I think Stephen Struve was on that card. Dude, I don't remember, but it was a pretty nice night of knockouts there.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, okay. I got you. Okay. UFC 146, Saturday, May 26, 2012. JDS knocked out Frank Mir. Cain Velasquez knocked out Antonio Silva.
No. They should rewrite that and say he murdered Bigfoot Silva.
Bigfoot Silva.
That was nasty.
Roy Nelson. Yeah, Roy Nelson TKO'd Dave Herman. Stipe TK or knocked out Shane De Rosario. I believe that dude passed away. Rest in peace.
Yep. God rest in dead.
Yeah. Stephen Struve submitted LeVar Johnson. God, remember LeVar Johnson?
Mm-hmm.
Damn, it's been a long time since I heard that name. LeVar, what was his name?
His nickname was just Big.
Big, yeah. LeVar Johnson is the funniest fucking nickname I've ever heard in my life. That and Andre Touchy-Feely. Those are the best.
And that guy needs to lose the touchy-feely. That's gross.
Yeah,
that's funny. I think it's funny. I don't know.
Hilarious.
Yeah, so the whole main card was all heavyweights, and then the rest of the card was featherweights, lightweights, middleweights, welterweights. Damn, Dan Hardy fought in that card.
Mm-hmm.
Mike
on the undercard.
Yeah, in the undercard. Damn, I wish they'd let that dude fight again, just once.
That was his fight, his first win after going on that, what was it, like 4-fight losing streak?
Yeah, it was pretty bad for her.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
God, I remember, and I don't want to get on a tangent, just real quick. I remember Dan Hardy said he's going to slap the tan off of GSP. The fuck, at the time, it was the funniest fucking line I ever heard. I'm going to slap the tan off of GSP. What the fuck, dude? Yes, that was great.
That is funny. Too bad he didn't do it.
Yeah, too bad he didn't do it. GSP fucked him up. All right. All right, so Gaethje's a bad motherfucker. We know that. What other fight was on here that was pretty?
Do you want to talk about how what's his name, the Team Alpha Male guy got robbed for not getting a performance bonus?
Oh, fucking Emmett.
Yeah, Josh Emmett.
Josh Emmett.
He even begged for it. He begged for it and still didn't get it.
I thought he earned it.
Yeah, well, you had Justin Gaethje's knockout on there too. I think his was more brutal.
Yeah,
way more brutal.
Yeah, I mean, Michael Johnson thought he had that fucking win in the bag, and Josh Emmett was like, about that. But there's 2 performance bonuses. Who got the other one?
It was somebody that low-key deserved it, too. There was a few big performers. Like, Justin got it, and then somebody else.
It was one of the submission wins, whichever was the submission.
All right. But, yeah, he should have gotten a bonus. Hopefully he got taken care of, Dana White style with a little check under the table or something. And then Watterson beat fucking Karolina Kowalkiewicz. That to me was surprising. It was surprising, and at the same time, I'm like, that's pretty sick. So the talk is right now, does she deserve a title shot?
Can I go?
Yeah, Fred.
Does she deserve one? No. Okay. Should we give her one? Fuck yes.
Yes.
Again, if you're watching this tomorrow, rewind like 4 minutes ago to what I just said about making the fucking fights when we can make them. She just beat Carolina fucking however you say that bro's name, KK. That's a big fucking win. It was a dominant win. Fucking Michelle Watterson has it all. She's good looking. She's a mom. She's got a great story, an exciting fighting fucking style. Thug Rose is a great companion. Again, it's a styles make fights. Is anybody think that fight's not fucking exciting? Like Thug Rose and fucking the Karate Hottie? Like, how does that? Yeah. I don't, I guess we would lean towards Thug Rose, but Michelle Watterson is going to make it a dogfight, and it's going to be fun to watch for sure. Make that fuck the goddamn hierarchy.
And if she won, she would be a fun ass champion. Way better than Jessica. I mean, you got to look at that too. If Andrade was to win or Watterson was to win, who do you want to be champion?
Right. And obviously, when is the Andrade Thug Rose fight?
That's 237, 238, okay, whatever cards in Brazil.
Obviously, this is assuming that Thug Rose wins that. But either way, I think you should give Michelle Watterson the title shot because she's a candidate and she deserves.
Now,
kind of.
Should Thug Rose be the champ coming out of that Brazil card against Andrade? That'll be a rematch. I'm pretty sure Rose submitted Watterson like last year or something like that. But it was the second round, and it was a really good fight, actually. But I'm with you. I think Watterson gets in and makes a dog fight against anybody. Specifically those two, though. I think Jessica Andrade would. I think it'd be a really good. I think it'd be a fun fight, a really good fight with Rose. I think Jessica Andrade, people would underestimate Watterson. I think she would beat her. I think she would beat her.
The rematch angle is even better.
100%.
A rematch, 100%. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's and you know what? I love that because it gives what the fuck is 115 flyweight or what is it? What the fuck do you call 15? Strawweight.
Strawweight.
It gives female strawweight some real fucking excitement, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's actually fucking exciting right now. That's dope.
Exactly. So I mean, I think I'm a big time Watterson fan, and my girls are big time Watterson fans. So we were marking out when she won, and especially with the possibility of her getting a title shot. And dude, you're right. She has everything. She's charisma. She's beautiful. Can fight like a motherfucker. Has an awesome story. Like her story is awesome. Yeah. And she's got the Mon Champ thing going. Like for those people that think that doesn't matter, that's big.
Fuck yeah. Big. We want her in a title fight. Again, don't give her another tough fight. We don't need her losing.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Russian lesbian. Like fucking
what always happens to her, man.
Yeah, exactly. She gets close and then fucks around and loses. Fuck it, man. Give her a title shot. If she has to wait a little bit, let her wait until all this shit pans out in Brazil. Let her get the winner, man.
Yeah,
I would ice her until that fight. I would put her on the shelf.
I would fun. I hope they give her that fight. I really do. All right. Anything else on Philadelphia? On Philly?
Yeah.
All right. Speaking of Philly, Eddie Alvarez went ahead and went to one and got knocked the fuck out. You guys see that shit? And his eye gets split the fuck up.
Yeah, that was gross.
Yo, whoever thought that fight was gonna be easy for Eddie Alvarez didn't know the guy. Like I didn't know him that well, so now there's research on him. He's a bad motherfucker.
He is.
They gave him a hard fucking fight. So, I mean, look, Eddie Alvarez getting paid, good for him and shit. But man, is this a bad look for him?
I mean, before we seen his eye, maybe, but now that we see his eye and what was actually fucking wrong with him, shit happens. Just like the Wonder Boy Pettis fight.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks bad. This is warm-up fight, but dude is a big 155er, and he split his fucking eye open. It is what it is.
I mean, it definitely doesn't look good for Eddie. I tell you who it does look good for is the UFC, because they can be like, yeah, you see, that's why we got rid of him. He's washed up, blah, blah, blah. But I'll remind y'all, when Eddie first got to the UFC, he didn't lose like this, but he did lose to Donald Cerrone in his first fight in the UFC. Then he went on to win the belt. Eddie does seem to be like a bit of a slow starter.
Yeah. But he is getting old, too.
Yeah.
Sorry, that hangout's marked out for a second. That's why you popped up.
I'm saying that.
Why am I seeing my pretty face? Holy
no, it did it to me too. And I was like, "What the fuck?" All right.
But Fred Kirby has ended it.
I can't be.
I'm like, damn, Fred.
That throw me off, Jack.
Yeah.
What a narcissist that got stuck looking at himself in the water and fell and drowned. That'd be my bitch ass.
Yeah. So and then on the same card, Jesse, DJ had a really hard first round. And Frey still won by I think submission, right? But he had a pretty hard round. Like I watched his fight, and that was rough. What do you think about that, Jesse?
Typical DJ fight. I mean, he figures out the guy, gets a little pieced up usually in the first round.
Yeah,
we've seen it before. And he's also been away from the game for a little bit of time. I think both him and Eddie Alvarez, both their stock really. I think DJ's didn't really go up because nobody knew the guy.
Right.
But Eddie Alvarez on the same hand, I don't think people really got to see a lot what happened, and a lot of people really saw the aftermath. A lot of people more got to see the injury to his eye more than what happened to him in the fight, I think. And so I don't think his stock went down, and I don't think DJ really gained anything from beating this guy. So I think it's a win-win for one, either way.
Right.
Yo, also, can I say this?
Yeah.
Couple things here. A, I think that DJ will probably not be that successful in one.
Okay.
And hot take, I think that Eddie Alvarez will end up being more successful in one than DJ. And I'll tell you why. Because I think that ONE FC is not friends with Jeff Novitzky, if you dig what I'm saying.
Yeah, you got that. Yeah.
So I think that DJ is the type of guy that's like, fuck that. I will never do that type of shit. I believe him to be a really stern individual about those type of things. All due respect to Mr. Eddie Alvarez, I don't think he is. I think Eddie's going to take that L and go, all right, enough with the bullshit, boys. Give me the shit that prick was on that makes him fucking hit like Mike Tyson and get me a fight booked in July and watch Big Daddy Eddie come out and fuck somebody up like fucking, goddamn it, Victor Belfort from 2010, Jack.
Bully beat down.
The only thing I can tell you is that the matchmaker is also DJ's coach. So it might be a little bit favorable for DJ to move along in one.
You won't hear me say this very often on this show, but good fucking point, Jesus. That's yeah. Matt Hume probably isn't going to give DJ too many unfavorable matchups unless it's absolutely necessary.
Right, and that's a point about DJ. Sorry, is that Matt Hume was not in his corner because he works for ONE.
Yeah.
So did they book the Brandon Vera fight with the what's his name, the Ong La Insang? He's the middleweight and light heavyweight champion of ONE. Mm-hmm. Isn't he going up fighting Brandon Vera for the heavyweight strap too?
Oh, fuck, is he really?
Yeah. I don't know if they booked that fight, but I know they was talking about that fight.
Hey, the first triple fucking champ.
Yeah, man. That dude's pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah, real quick. UC, have a good night. I do appreciate you jumping on here and watching. That'd be a good fucking fight. Would you guys hear about who else moved? Josh Barnett went to Bellator.
Yeah, he just signed Bellator.
But did everybody believe that initially? Because didn't it come out on like April 1st? And I was like, nah, come on, this is the dumbest like April Fool's thing ever.
No, I mean,
I seen it again today though. He was signing the papers.
Real quick, if that's an April Fool's joke, it's the dumbest April Fool's joke ever.
That makes all the sense in the world.
Right, but like if you want to get me, you gotta say something like Conor gets cut from the UFC and signs a fucking PFL.
Josh Barnett going to Bellator now is like you got those two fucking fat friends of yours, and they finally get together and start making faces. Like they're just perfect for each other. That's a match made in fucking heaven. Josh Barnett to Bellator, I love it.
It's perfect.
Versus Chael Sonnen.
Yeah.
Oh God. You know what? Fuck it. Yeah. Hey, let's a bunch of catch wrestling. Just to
Rampage, Vanderlei, like they'll have all kinds of fun with Josh Barnett over there, man. I'm all for that.
I like it. I like all of those fights.
Listen, for all the hardcore MMA nerds out there, we can actually get the Affliction main event that we never got. Josh Barnett versus Fedor. That fight completely ruined old Affliction, Jack. Nobody even wore them T-shirts after that shit.
Dude, fucking, you know the fight I don't want to see is Josh Barnett versus Roy Nelson. I'm kind of done with Roy Nelson.
Yeah. I've been over Nelson for a long time.
Yeah. Anyway, all right. Real quick, I know we'd touch on Combate Americas, right? This weekend, this Friday.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
This Friday.
Go ahead and touch on it now. We got because I know because I follow Kira Batara on Instagram, and she's actually gonna fight Angela Magana. Who's not Combate Americas.
Oh, no. For that event, that's not till next week, I believe.
Oh, they did the media shit today. Then what's this weekend?
Damn. You know what? You caught me totally unprepared for that one.
I bet. We'll look it up. All right.
What I do know for Combate Americas, if you guys didn't check it out, the last week they had their title fight over in Arizona in Eddie's neck of the woods, and the title was exchanged hands. It was a pretty quick finish, pretty interesting, but yeah, go check it out. They always do banger of events.
Dude, if they come to Phoenix and skip on Tucson at least once, I'll fucking go. But man, that was Tucson's an hour and a half away, which is fine, but I wasn't gonna get away for that long. All right. Yeah. All right. Real quick. Was that?
The event is on April 26th. What they announced today was May 10th. They're going to Stockton, California, and they're going to have the main event Zoila Frosto. They still haven't announced who her opponent is, though.
Fuck, hit up the NDA, the Nikia's Academy. They got some girls in there that can fight. Fuck. Is it gonna be an all-girls card, by the way?
No. Oh, no? For the Stockton one?
Yeah.
No, Zoila Frosto's fighting Alex Sandoval, Jose Aguayo, Eric Sanchez.
Yeah. Hey, go hit up Chris Avila, all those motherfuckers. Get them all. Fuck it. Get them all fights. All right. And the guys in San Francisco over at Nino. All right. So we talked earlier, and I know it took a lot of time. We talked earlier about McGregor and Conor, right? Going back and forth. Conor came out with like this whole, I basically like kind of like apologizing but not apologizing, right? Like I'm cool with everyone with from any background, any religion. Here's why I think he did that kind of backtracking and stopping it with the talking shit. Dana White came out with a statement maybe about a couple hours ago. The statement from Dana White says, "I am aware of the recent social media exchange between Khabib Nurmagomedov and Conor McGregor. The ongoing situation has escalated to a level that is unacceptable. As such, we are taking the necessary steps to reach out to both athlete camps, and this situation is being addressed by all parties internally." So Daddy Dana came out and said, "Hey, cut that shit out."
No, you mean Disney came out and told Daddy Dana to
right. But someone's got to do the smack, and it was Dana.
Yeah. Listen, you know what that fucking conversation went like? Fucking call. Hey, Conor, listen, knock it off, all right? The PR people are breathing down my fucking neck about that shit. Psst, P.S. Conor, good job.
Yeah, well done.
I mean, who are we fucking kidding, man?
We don't.
This is what we're here for. Like, of course, nobody wants to see anybody get fucking shot. Nobody wants to see a Tupac and a Big. Right. And I do think that Khabib takes these things seriously. But on the same token, no, I don't think he's fucking connected. I don't think that when they show up, there's going to be 4 Russians with machine guns in the fucking crowd. Like, it's going to be a fucking fight. This is what Frazier Ali was, man. It's a big fucking deal. I tell y'all what y'all better hope. Y'all better hope Conor don't win the rematch.
Yeah.
If he does, then it's going to be fucking on and popping. Y'all think y'all fucking get tired of hearing Conor now. Y'all better pray. And let me tell y'all something. While I'm on it, Jack, all these motherfuckers out there acting like Khabib can't get beat, y'all better wake the fuck up.
It happens, man.
Khabib is cute, dog, but if you've been watching this sport long enough, we've seen them all come and go. There was a time when I thought Fedor would never be beaten, and then I seen him get submitted by Fabricio Verdum. Couldn't believe my eyes. There was a moment when I thought Anderson Silva would never lose, and then a little shitbird named Chris Weidman flat starched him. Believe me. And then people go, "Oh, Khabib knocked down Conor. Burger. Let me tell you something, Jack. The first time Khabib struggles with takedowns against somebody and they're not scared to death of his grappling abilities and they let their hands go proper, Khabib's going to get pieced up by somebody. Y'all better hope to God it ain't Conor. Because Conor really only needs to land one.
That's why the Justin Gaethje fight is so interesting, right?
That's absolutely true. That's absolutely true. Type of guy. Yep.
Yeah, but to go on that note, do y'all think that Conor's in the fucking gym? You know what that crazy Russian's doing? Is he running around coked out of his mind, drunk as fuck, and his best years is past him? I guess we'll know in this rematch.
Well, yeah, that's a good point. We'll find out.
He's got to make a 360 turnaround from the last fight.
It will be do or die. Maybe not die, but like again, if he gets like submitted again, I think he'll have to definitely understand that his title shot days immediately are over, no matter what or who he is,
physically and mentally. Because he's fucking looking old, man. To be real, in his most recent videos and pictures, that life's starting to catch up with him.
I would like to see him get the Khabib rematch and just see if he can do it. And then if he can't, then fuck it. Let him go fucking make rosé whiskey or whatever the fuck.
Yeah. All right. Anything else you want to hit on before we head out?
I'm good. I'm actually reading Conor's apology now.
Read it out. Read it out loud.
Yeah, let's see. He says, hold up. "I want to move forward with my fans of all faiths and all backgrounds. All faiths challenge us to be our best selves. It is one world and one for all. Now see you in the octagon.
This fucking guy. All right.
This fucking guy over here.
Oh my god. All right. If we got nothing else, folks, let me do a real quick last check of the headlines.
Wait.
Whoa.
We definitely did not touch on Eddie's favorite fighter in the entire world bitching out and moving to wrestling.
I didn't want to talk about it, but fine. So Cain Velasquez is well, first of all, I just heard the second one, and I'll say it in a second, but so he's apparently signed with some pro wrestling promotion. He's gonna be wrestling shit.
WWE.
Not WWE.
It's a WWE offshoot.
Oh boy.
That's,
okay.
Mexican promotion.
Fuck. All right. Well, a second I saw him saying I'm proud to have signed with the whatever promotion, I was like, okay, so the knee didn't blow out on you, and you got knocked the fuck out. Got it. Yeah. That's exactly what that told me, right? I did not know, Jesse. I think it was Jesse when they brought it up. That Cain says that he got hit in the back of the head, and his coach says he agrees. What? Like, dude, we saw you catch an uppercut, dog. Like,
if you go back to the MMA Hour on Monday, Javi Mendez is on there, and he's talking about how Cain told him, "Nah, see what happened is he hit me in the back of the head, and that's what stunned me. That's what started the whole sequence." So, yeah.
Look, man, I played a little linebacker, and I've gotten my lights knocked out by a big ass running back. Okay, I don't remember any of that shit. I can't tell you that if any of that shit happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, no, dude. Like, no, just god damn it with the fucking excuse. I hate excuses.
God damn it. Somebody needs to fucking aware Javier Mendez and goddamn it Cain Velasquez that we all have fucking 4K TVs.
Yep.
We saw Ngannou punch you in the chin from 14 different angles. Everybody's got it in GIFs on Twitter. Like, the cat's out of the bag, homeboy. And listen, these are from people who like you.
Yeah.
Goddamn Mexican fucking blooded Americans telling you that you got stole on your chin. So the fuck. It is what it is. As far as him doing the wrestle, shut the fuck up, you guys. Stop hating on him. For Christ's sake, have y'all seen the white on Cain's beard? Cain's 147 years old. Will y'all let him retire to Mexico and just wrestle? He deserves it.
But that's the thing. That's the thing, Fred. On the show, Javi Mendez also mentioned that Cain is not done. He wants to get back in competition and compete in the UFC. But he's also still very excited to be a wrestler. And it's either you're a wrestler or a fighter. Pick one.
Oh, man, get that money, young man. Get that money. Fuck it. Let Cain go down there and do that Mucho Libre shit.
Mucho Libre. Man, his footwork. He was looking so good in that Francis fight, too. For the little bit that we did get to see him, his footwork looked good. Damn, boy.
You know, I said that about that fight then. Like, if that punch would have been a cut hair to the left, it misses and Cain probably gets the takedown. But that's MMA, man. Like, Cain did look. He was doing all the right things. He had him up on the cage. Like, he just got clipped on the chin, and Francis, it's really fucking hard. It is what it is.
Then his knee blew out. Damn, it is what it is, man.
Yeah, and that's
all right. Museman saying, everyone go see Just Bleed's tweet about Cain's wrestling entrance. Look, I can't find it. So yeah, sorry. But if you guys can go find it or follow Museman, I'm sure he can retweet it for you. All right. Museman also says not Conor. Ferguson will be the one for it to beat Habib. And then Raider says, I don't care who it is, I just want Habib to lose.
Damn, hater.
Damn. No, look, Raider has her she's got her guys, man, and girls. So all right. If we're done here, let's check out the headlines. Jessica Rose Clark is out of 237. If you're looking forward to her moving it to 135, foot tore ligament in her foot, replaced by Melissa Gatto, who's a newcomer, but undefeated. Scoggins is fighting again at Rising 15. Neil Magny versus Vicente Luque set for co-main event at UC Rochester. Man, Neil Magny gets fucking set up by everybody. And then Volkan Ozdemir versus Latifi's made. Oh, fucking I think Oleinik replaced somebody. Alexei Oleinik replaces Alexander Volkov to fight Alistair Overeem. Talk about a jump in fucking competition.
Yep. That's fun, though. I dig it. That's a good fight.
Does it seem, Fred, like the matchmakers are bad at making initial fights, but those like last-minute fights, it seems like they get it a little bit better or even right?
I guess to cut them a little slack, man. Matchmaking is hard. Dudes be hurt. They get hurt in the last minute. Some of that shit's just lucky magic. I do feel like some of these match are just weird in general. But yeah, I mean, sometimes they get it right, and sometimes that shit's just luck. One guy falls out, and then you get lucky, and another more interesting guy is ready. So.
I came in late, and I know it's getting late, but did y'all talk about the Paulie Artem?
No.
The third round of the world.
Oh, yeah, quickly. I got to go.
Y'all didn't talk about the GOAT? Yeah, I do too. I got to go actually.
But we didn't, and we can.
Very quickly, yeah.
I loved it.
Yeah.
I loved it.
I did too, but I say Artem gets knocked out this weekend by,
of course,
just tonight anyway.
Of course. But
they'll still make that fight.
Look, fuck it. It's two guys I couldn't give less of a fuck about. As long as someone gets knocked the hell out, fuck it.
Yeah, but hold on, quickly. I know we all gotta go. Y'all aren't remotely interested in watching Paulie Mala, whoever the fuck, with bare knuckle boxing. That I'm intrigued by that a little bit.
Yeah,
he was a legit boxer, right? Like him doing bare knuckle boxing. That's not intriguing at all.
Look, I just want to see it because if you I do. Here's why I don't want to see it. Or here's why I don't want to care. Hear what I said. I don't want to care about
Artem knocks him out.
No, because if Paulie beats Artem, he's going to be screaming for fucking Conor McGregor, and it's going to get annoying as all fuck. You know why? Because MMAclickbait.com and every other fucking website is going to be already out. Paulie wants Conor McGregor. Talk shit after bare knuckle boxing fight. Like, fuck.
Hey, better start screaming for Chris Lytle.
Yeah.
Scream for anybody but Conor. I'm just tired of hearing Paulie's face. Like, I'm done. I don't give a fuck anymore. Like, dude, you look bad. Cut it out. Yeah, I don't want to.
Listen,
oh my God.
If Paulie was in Bellator,
go ahead, Fred.
It might be a thing. But him in bare knuckle boxing, he better not call Conor's name. He ain't even remotely in the realm, Jack.
Not in bare knuckle boxing, not in regular boxing. That ain't happening. All right, let it go, folks.
It's no Floyd Mayweather. Dana throw that shit in the trash.
Exactly. All right. We're getting late, especially for the East Coast guys. So, all right, you can follow Jeremiah. Is that what's up, Jesse?
No, I was just gonna say, I know, Fred's podcast has been on hiatus, but you guys spread love after what happened over the weekend here in LA. Nipsey Hussle, getting shot over some BS.
Rest in peace, man.
We, just can't have that no more, man.
That one sucked, man. Cause fuck, a dude that went back to his old neighborhood and tried to bring it up, and some fucking ignorant ass motherfucker got to come back. You know what I mean? Like, you can never have anything good, man. Fucking sucks.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyway, all right, Jeremiah, where can people follow you at?
The Hardcore MMA Show. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, all the regular places.
He's everywhere. Make sure I'll go follow this man. Kirby as a Kirby_MMA. Jesse's at Squat1983. I'm at Ela31. The show's at Keyboard MMA. Shout out to RepTheWarriors.com. Shout out to Spices Pros. SpicesPros.com. Get yourself all the goodies. Y'all the shit. We'll catch you guys next week. All right. No UFC event this weekend. All right. But definitely bare knuckle boxing. I don't know if there's a Bellator. I don't think there is. But Combate Americas is on Friday. So if there's nothing outside of you're doing, go fucking outside for 10 minutes. Do some shit. All right.
Yep.
Y'all the shit. We love you guys. Good night. And good night, Wish.
Peace.